And we're live. Or something. Something close to live. Live adjacent. I'm just gonna make sure I can see everything. Because, you know how it is with the stuff. Okay, now I'm just gonna sit here and drink this White Claw and just really wait until it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. I did it. Let's see. I have a lot of stuff open right now, so that's very confusing. But today we're doing an art show, which is just like a little live doodling exercise and having fun and playing with some themes in existing board games. The board game of the week is Valor and Villainy, which is a game after my own heart in terms of vibe, for sure. I'm gonna start doing this thing where I put the videos in the front of the streams so that they're there and you know what I'm talking about when I do spend an hour drawing. So I'm gonna pause this for a second. I'm gonna pull this up and we're gonna watch it because it's hilarious. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know if this audio will come through. No, because I watched it like 4 times just now.
The evil wizard's plans were in ruin.
In ruin!
Giuseppe, the caring pizza baron, offered the victorious Order Without Borders 20 victoriously priced sun-fired pizzas and use of his world-famous pit of balls.
Pit of balls.
Anticipating an evening filled with pizza, friendship, and balls. Danger was the last thing on their minds. Danger, however, has a way of working itself into even the most well-planned meal.
It does.
Right
It
then,
does.
A throng of
It
demons,
does.
led by a tiny imp in a murder machine, erupted from the basement, looking for a tussle. Amidst the ensuing chaos, an overhead throw slammed Giuseppe against the sun-fired pizza forge.
Giuseppe,
launching
no!
it into overdrive.
Oh my god.
A melting beam of pure sunlight struck the imp's mech suit.
That warlord got me, boys. Grab him and let's get out of here.
Scooping up their leader and...
Thank you, Nicholas.
Giuseppe, the demons absconded into the dark. There, below the floorboards, one of the evil wizard's portals to the world of eternal and uncaring darkness remained open, daring the Order to step through into... Lludwick's labyrinth.
Oh no! Okay, anyway.
Is a 1 to 6 player legacy style campaign.
You need to know this. I can't explain it better than the video. I've learned that about myself.
Labyrinth in pursuit of villains who are controlled by the game.
This is required reading.
Over a multi-session campaign full of hilarious narrative, you'll discover new enemies, face off.
Yeah, Twitch is way better for me than Facebook Live. Facebook shadow bans me all the time.
Will you dry up the tiny village as well to fill your
But yeah, I stream sculpting
or
stuff too,
press
so
on with a powerful
I'm glad that you found it. I'm also bad at like advertising when I'm doing stuff.
buy persistent upgrades and open delicious envelopes.
I love
By the end of the
envelopes.
campaign, your game will have a unique footprint which you can take into free play mode or reset and start all over. In addition to being a standalone game, Lludwick's Labyrinth is also an expansion to Minions of Mordak, adding a ton of new features.
What more could you
such
possibly
as
need?
9 new heroes.
9 new heroes.
5 villains with amazing miniatures.
They are amazing.
21 engraved dice. 32 labyrinth map tiles. 63 illustrated minions. 40 boss AI cards.
This is a lot of stuff.
Multi-choice event cards. New treasures, villain and hero spells. New melee and ranged feat decks. And a campaign book with
So much
endless
stuff.
envelopes.
I feel like I'm getting blasted.
Well-designed game trays inserts.
I'm getting absolutely blasted with content.
A winding labyrinth and a host of new mechanics will make make Lludwick's Labyrinth the game that keeps coming back to your table.
Oh, it's a lot of stuff. Is there a lot of background noise on my mic right now? Hang on. I can't tell. Let me know. But anyway, that's what we're doing. So the reason I started putting the videos in the front is because I reference a lot of stuff from the campaigns while I'm drawing, and I realized that not having that stuff like one-to-one while I'm doing this is gonna be not as fun. So contextually, you need that information. Let's see. I see a lot of noise coming in on my mic, but I'm gonna kill it. Should be better now? Oh yeah, that's so much better. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? So I really like the pizza, friendship, and balls motif. So I'm really gonna just roll with that. And I try to find the moment in the game art that's not really shown that I think would be funny. So you know how the demon Lludwick, or I guess he's an imp. He's an imp who commands a horde of demons and rules a labyrinth. Sucks everyone through the portal. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm drawing them being sucked in the portal with the pizzas and the balls. So it's all together, all on theme. Fantastic. Let's see, I have a bunch of reference art that I pulled, and I gotta give the credit. So this is a Skybound Tabletop game. James Van Niekerk is the artist on this. I've actually been like stalking his posts on the art and design for tabletop group, because I'm a 3D artist too, and I love what he's doing here. It's so incredibly detailed and cool, and I'm a little bit jealous, but also just impressed. It's awesome. Because he did the packaging art in 3D too. So it's a packaging, he's using the miniatures assets to like cover, and he makes these like incredible sets, and I really want to know like what his shader settings are for some of this stuff. And the Kickstarter video is done that way too. So there's just a lot of utility. I love to see it. We love to see it. I'm gonna draw this frog. I'm highlighting the characters that you can play, like the heroes that get trapped in the labyrinth. I wanted to fit, I might still fit Giuseppe in here, but I'm not sure where, because right now they're just kind of spiraling in a vortex. So we'll see. See where I get. I need my reference here. I'm gonna do the best that I can. I don't have a lot of like up-close high-res images of the characters, and I'm also kind of breaking them a little bit to make them super expressive, so we'll see how I do on that, but I'm just gonna start drawing. We know all the stuff that comes in the game, because it's a lot of stuff. Starting with this hand. You could definitely go for a pizza and a ball pit. Just a pizza party. I think after 2020, we all deserve a pizza party. I'm thinking. I need to curate a fantasy playlist that won't like Facebook ban me. Hope everybody's doing all right. I know I haven't been super consistent. We're doing a lot. I have a lot going on. Sometimes I just can't stream as often, or I'm working on a lot of secret stuff, which is also a thing. So it's a combo. But maybe sometime next year I'll be able to share with you what is happening right now, and then by then I'll be over it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bowler hat. I feel like he doesn't want this bowler hat to come off. It depends. I treat everything as secret unless I see somebody else post about it. So, like, until you and if I see Jacob post a concept of something, then I know it's not secret. But usually I wait until there's like an announcement or something before, just because I'm so used to that from working at Goliath and where everything is secret, and like even projects that die I can't show anyone. Like you get really paranoid about it. I want to know what your secret IP game is, though. You could tell me. Oh man, no. I have a bunch of games in my own backlog that I haven't learned yet. So, those are good. Let me see. Like right here, right next to me, I've got a ton of stuff. Chronicles of Crime. You gotta think that. Alright, I'm gonna go. You can tell me in person. I've been convinced. All it takes to get me to go to something is like 2 people telling me I should do it. And then I'll go. Especially this year, like I'm so stir crazy. Like I'll go anywhere. I'm vaccinated. Let's go. I want it. Everdell? Everdell is something I need to learn how to play. What else? I have a ton of Chronicles of Crime game next to me. I have to keep thinking about my list. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, but I'm going to Gen Con with the company I work for, so we will see how that goes. I'll let you know. Needs more Deedlit? Hello, Sen. I don't have Deedlit in my reference. I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta help me out. Are they from the first game? Can't make references. Nice, yeah. The Everdell is definitely on my list. I've never played it. I need to play Root. I need to play Terraforming Mars. I have a big backlog. Bad. It's like, since I started working on board games, like, all the time, I have almost 0 time to play them. Yeah, I need to play Root really bad. We have it. Like, I made them buy it, and then I never got to play it. What else? I haven't experienced this. I do experience that, like, oh my god, puppy, but not like I'm mad about it. But I get it in games. I feel that with art. It's kind of how I feel about the presentation in Valor and Villainy, where, like I said, I'm a 3D artist too, so seeing how he implemented all of that, like use those assets to like generate so much content, I'm like mad about that. That it's so good, I'm mad about it. So that makes sense. I do have some projects where I'm working on the plastics and using that. Cute aggression. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, that I don't have that, but I think I understand it. But I translate for like a that's so good it makes me mad. Why didn't I think of that? Something that I'm encountering in my career as an artist is that sometimes animals have eyes that are very hard to make look surprised or interested in what's happening. Like, goats. Goats and frogs, man. Goats and frogs. Like, I want to give them, like, little... They need, like, little tiny pupils. I need him to be, like, comically, like, oh my god, I'm being sucked through a portal right now. But yeah, I'm pumped for PAX. And I'm pumped for Gen Con. Gen Con's early, so it might be a big cluster, but... I miss you guys. All my board game friends. Ooh. I don't know what I'm doing. The frog is gonna take me a second. Well, he's like my hero right now. Every game has like my favorite. Like in Adventure Tactics, Lane is my favorite. So, you know, I give them undue love. What else do I need to play? Yeah, Lane is amazing. I also just have like a soft spot for goblins. I love goblin stuff. And especially when like monsters get their day in court. They're not all bad. I don't know why I switched to like a Mickey Mouse voice just then, but I like this frog. He's shook. He's like, why did I let these assholes convince me to go in this portal? I was just trying to eat pizza and play in the ball pit. Oh, that's a job. That's a job message. Today I murdered my work computer by doing some really heavy rendering. So that's why I'm getting messages right now. Hopefully they don't appear on the screen. My screen is very like strategically placed to hide NDA content and messages for my job. So you get the little tag that's hiding the Teams messages, and then like you can't see my start bar, and I try to accidentally not click on things while I, you know, no extra Photoshop tabs. I've still done it on accident though. But the videos expire before any of my coworkers can see. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I think this is hilarious. It's a little bit like... It's a little bit hard because I'm trying to make this character mad silly. I don't have a lot of reference. But I'm gonna make it work. I probably should have asked for more. I don't know. I'm not as on the ball as I normally am right now. But I am making a lot of cool stuff that I'm very proud of. So there's that. This frog is making me laugh. Very silly. That's what I like. That's my favorite thing. I'm just trying to have a good time with this. This is like my, not necessarily my weekend, but I'm working from home tomorrow. I'm working on a project that I like. There's a very minimal chance that I will brick the computer that I'm working on right now, like I did today. So things are looking up for me. Things are good. I feel like the frog in the miniatures art is like so cool. Like Sir Thaddy the burglar is incredibly cool, and then yeah, work from home equals secret client meetings throughout the day. I'm not a good napper. I never have been. It takes me a lot of caffeine to get into the zone, so I can't nap very well. Maybe I should though. Maybe I'd be less edgy. I'm gonna tone this. This frog is more like fit than I've drawn him for sure. But I just wanted it to look. I wanted him to look funny and very panicked. I hope that comes across. Eyes are really uneven. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Okay. I fixed it. Oh, I also did the thing where I said I would be done by end of day tomorrow. That was dumb. Never do that. Never tell people that you're gonna be done. Then you have to finish. I think that's why I do it, though. Then I'm forced to get something off my plate. Okay, I had a hand up here, too. I gotta think about that. So let's see. This is a hand. This is a frog hand. One of the things I like to do with the live stream drawings is like really challenge myself to do like weird forced perspective stuff that I wouldn't normally do. Especially now that I'm working, I think 95% of the work I'm doing right now is as a 3D artist, so, you know, I need the practice. Okay, thumb. I don't even know where you would go. Let's think about it. What's up, Mobius? Yeah, yeah, that's a good. I think I'm like mixing them. Sometimes I fill in the reference that I don't have with like other characters that I've seen too. Although I didn't even look at him. Okay, thumb. Is it really confusing if I put the thumb right here? I don't think so. I think it's okay. Do. Yeah, we're just having a good time. Having a good time. Trying to make tonight's an easy night. Tomorrow I'm gonna take it easy. Maybe if I can. And then I'll get back on the train, the work train. What does that look like? This eye is still way bigger than the other one. It's hard. Does he even look like a frog? Is this nice? That's all that counts. It's a frog that's panicking because he's being sucked into a demonic vortex, into a labyrinth from which there is no escape. That's what I'm going for. So, you know, it's a lot. I know it's a lot. But I think we can make it work. Should I make the eyes even tinier? Panic! Mouth even bigger, eyes even... Okay, hang on, wait. When in doubt, liquefy it out. That's what I always say. Gives you a chance to panic. This is too much, probably. No, it's good. It's better. Okay. We're not making beautiful things, but we're making hilarious things. I can't beat the renders. They're too fun already. I feel like I need a bumper sticker that says pizza, friendship, and balls on it. Like, that's just, those are just words to live by. The song is too much. Too much for me. Facebook Live is a brutal dictatorship for music. They really cramp my style. Okay, so this is the part where I'm like, what? I'm so used to transferring. Thank you. I am really loving how you've turned all these 3D like miniatures sculpts into amazing sets and like video and box art. It's so good. I love it. Do. I don't even know if I can pull this off, but it's fun to try. You gotta reach for the stars. Reach for the stars. And sometimes you fail, but at least you tried. I definitely have a lot of questions about, like, I'm gonna get a little bit into the nitty-gritty here, but I really like how all of this stuff is shaded. Like, it looks all hand-painted, but that seems like so much work. So was it all hand-painted? Because that's crazy. But, like, we know how the edges are, like, the edges are light, and then, I don't know, it just feels like all hand-painted. Now I need to, is this a shader? What, like, can I have it? I will only use it for good, and cartoon animals, as that's like 90% of what I do for work. Well, it's not anymore. Because now I get to sculpt a lot of Jake's stuff, and Jake's stuff is cool, stylized characters, which is really cool. And I love it. Frog is cracking me up. I don't have the best drawing habits. Like, I often have to, if I'm doing a final clean drawing, it usually takes me like 3 passes. Which isn't great. Not great. Or I just paint under it and then leave it all messy. Okay, so I'm just throwing anatomy in the trash because it's a frog with a bowler hat, so you know. Maybe I could, it's fun to, it's, when you taper things, they look good, you know? That looks good. I need to know this guy's story. A noble's name and title, yet under the charade. He's just a down-and-out froggy, hoping the real Teddy is okay. I mean, I need to know how he came into these clothes and this job as a burglar. Oh, my dog is here. He's looking at my board game and cardboard closet. He's very scared of my green screen. Hey, buddy. Are you scared of the green screen? Yeah, it's mean. It takes up so much space. Oh, I need to draw this pizza. Very important. Pizza. Friendship. Balls. All you need, really. I stretch my neck as I sit all day. It's like a fluffy... It's a pizza made out of sausages? I'm not sure, but I'm continuing on. This is a foreground pizza, so maybe a little bit of cheese is like flopping off of it. Who knows? This is, sometimes you're working on something and you're like, I don't know how to draw this, but it's too late. I've already publicly shown everyone that I don't know how to draw it. So just moving on. I'll pretend like I'm some kind of pizza drawing expert. Pizza drawing expert, that's what they say about me. Okay, I think it's starting to... This guy's starting to come together. I really did not a great job underdrawing the other characters, as you can see. They are very, like, big figure-y. So, you know. That's like the secret language I tell myself to what I'm gonna put, where I'm gonna put lines, even though it's not always good. And sometimes I come back and I'm like, what were you thinking? For the frog, it's good. For Thaddeus, his like slug steed is in the scene. That's great. That's all I've ever wanted, was to make Ninja Turtles proud. At least one of them. I can't remember who my favorite Ninja Turtle is. And I need to think about it. Anthony, is there a Ninja Turtles game we can learn? I like this. Ooh, I like this shirt situation. Oh yeah, we're foreshortening, so things are gonna be weird because I don't know what I'm doing. But I also, something I've learned is that a lot of artists who make really dynamic stuff are just like ballsy as hell, and they're just like, I'm just gonna make this hand huge, or I'm gonna make this foot huge. And then I started doing that, and then people will be like, oh, I really like that perspective, and I'm like, there's no perspective, I just randomly made parts huge. You know? Sometimes I do a grid and I I think it through, but sometimes I don't. Oh wait, okay. I'm gonna have this like this, I guess. This feels moving. And that's all I want. What I want out of life. That and a Ninja Turtles board game. We should try it. We should find it, and we should try it. Then I might remember which one is my favorite. Things are dynamic. I'm gonna give him... I cannot... He has 3 toes, I think. I like his calves. I need to know like what that is. His calf training program is like. That's a goal for me right now. By the time PAX U comes around, I'm gonna have huge calves. Maybe. Look at that. I just love the idea of them being in this like demonic vortex and there's just pizzas swirling around. Something I'm working on that is secret, but there's a chaos release or something like that in it. And I'd never heard that before, but now I'm using the term chaos release all the time. Release the chaos. It's good. This is good for him. I have like a very irreverent sense of humor, I guess. So that's why I was so moved by the video for this game. Paper. We are sketching song. That feels funny. That feels funny. I look at this frog and I go, this flying frog is pretty funny. A lot of times what happens to me when I'm doing these really intense fantasy games is I get lost in a lot of the character details. I'm going to try not to do that. I say as I'm already 37 minutes into my 30-minute show, but I don't think this has ever been 30 minutes in the entire time that I've done it. Maybe like the first 2 times. I've almost always gone way over. Drawing takes a long time, and 30 minutes in drawing time is like no time. If I'm drawing more than one thing. Maybe I want this go like this. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh. Okay, wait. Sorry. I just feel like this foot is too straight, and, you know, I could redraw it, but that's not fun. Just make it ridiculous. Okay. Okay. This guy's in the foreground, so I'm just gonna, like, beef up this line art, because I can't. Like I said, I really have to draw this stuff twice to get nice line art, and that's not really the goal of the exercise. The point of the exercise is to tell a funny story. Okay. My second favorite is Rowan, and I think that she's an artist favorite too. she just feels like a favorite. I don't know if she is, but she's one of my favorites. She's got good energy. She's got that chaos release energy. So where did his trusty steed go? To the druid. I like her pose too, even though I'm already messing it up. I do like it. I just gotta remember that she's really small, and I shouldn't spend 100 years drawing all of the details of her character art. She's got like fur coming off the side because she's a druid. One way to commune with... Oh, hello, dog. One way to commune with nature is to wear nature. This is fine. That's fur for sure. And she's got these big giant bear paws. Give me a second while I consider the length of arms. And then also bear arms. Really not very clean, but funny. I would imagine that the slug does not enjoy these like spiky hands that she's got. She's got to latch on to what she can. I have rulers in my... Ruler time, ruler time. Ruler time. I don't know if I want to put... I probably don't want it to overlap. I'm trying to figure out how many like portal lines I want to have. That might be for last. It might be for last. I have multiple layers going on. No, don't work on the frog anymore. Continue. It's tough. It's tough to, I just feel like when Rowan goes through a portal, she knows what to do. Like, some people are like, oh my god, where is gravity? Which is me. That's how I feel on a plane. Yeah, I believe it. Does it have minis, though? That's really the only question. I don't know when the last time I got to casually paint a mini was, but, you know, I've been doing all these toy projects. I'd love to flex some of those skills on some nice Ninja Turtle figurines. Okay. Oh yeah, she's got like big spiky feet. I like this interpretation of a druid where they're like half transformed. It's a mini game? I'm confused now. I'm confused. I'm really playing with what figures can do, I guess. Nice. Now I understand. You know, I've had half of a drink I've had one whole drink, so now I don't understand English anymore. Hey J Crew. What's up? I'm back. Drawing silly shit. Okay. I have noticed lately, I've had a level up in a weird place that I wasn't expecting. So in the, like, early this year, I did, like a painting drawing mentorship with Devin Corwin, which was really cool. And I haven't had time to do a lot of, like, life drawing stuff, or finished paintings, but I have noticed that just, like, the, like, figures and, like, poses that I draw are so much more interesting, or just, like, some of the design choices that I make as an illustrator are more interesting. I think that's funny, because that's, like, wasn't really what we were, workshopping. I mean, it wasn't. But it's just funny how, like, you get better in ways you don't expect, and then in the other ways that you were trying to get better, you just stay bad. Boop, boop, boop. But that's okay. Things click at weird times. I gotta keep the frog in the frame. That will also help me from going too detailed. I love how the slug is like a little bit cross-eyed. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up that Ninja Turtles game. See if I can get it at we have a local comic book store called Madness. I try to buy all my games from there. Do. They have a lot of inventory too. It's like a huge store. Sometimes I challenge people to arguments when I overhear like, oh, you can get that for like $20 at Target. And I'm like, I'll kill you. You gotta keep the comic book store alive. You haven't lived until you argue with teenagers about order quantities and mass production. Have not lived. We're saving the vortex for last. I like the idea of some of his money bags also, like, not making it. Like, they went into the portal, but they didn't know what to expect. I did this weird. Yeah, I literally have no more space in my house. Now I'm putting board games in strange places, like a lot of them are under my desk. Nerd Bucket, what's up? Alright, we got 2 more characters and we got some balls to draw. Balls, friendship, pizza, board games. Tax you. Those are the themes of the day. Valor Villainy is the biggest theme of the day. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see, who's next? I have Isabella here. I guess she's just eating a pizza. I have to rotate the canvas, so I can't draw her upside down. I'll get confused. I'm not really sure why she's eating a pizza, but it's what I've chosen. It's what the red pencil has dictated. Look at this face. Look at it. It is so detailed. I'm taking a deep breath because I'm talking a lot. That's not the one. This is the one. And I... Boop, 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 boop. I guess in my head she's the chill one, you know? When life gives you demonic portals, you make lemonade. Yeah, I'm good at drawing. Don't worry about it. How do you hold a pizza? Oh, man. That looks like how you hold a pizza. You guys can't see anything I'm doing, can you? It's fine. Let's continue. I can't see her costume that well, so I'm gonna do my best. Maybe she's in some of the tavern art? Let me check. We have a lot of people coming out of portals right now. This is my portal reference. I didn't use this because I wanted multiple characters. The pumpkins are my biggest reference. My biggest inspiration. I appear to have just gotten the gnome and the end shot. Dang. I don't want to derail myself right now. But I just had to check. And the necromancer's in the corner. Okay. We'll just continue. I'm gonna fill in the blanks. In my headcanon, she's like Sasha from Attack on Titan. She has this ring for summoning flaming bulls.
What did it say?
Pizza. She's kind of like got goth thing going on. So, you know, I made weird choices here. I feel better about Rowan and the frog. Those characterizations feel really correct, but this one I'm not as sure about. This arm is a crime. I'm sorry to have committed such a big crime. I read through like chapter 60 of the manga, and then I quit for like 3 or 4 years, and now the anime is finished, so I'm watching it now. Anthony, are you in the board game anime club? Because if you're not in it, you need to be in it. We're covering big ground. Getting a lot of shows watched. That goes for anyone who's not in it. Get in it. Let me know.
What did it say?
Feel weird about this. Feel weird about it, like I have done it weird, but it's too late. Yeah, I will get you invited to Board Game Anime Club. It's kind of new. We're watching Promised Neverland, and then we have an extended Revolutionary Girl Utna subgroup. Very critical. We got a braid. Part of my confusion with her is that I cannot see her. But I wanted to draw her anyway, which was a mistake, because there were definitely other characters that I could see. Thumbs are in. Palms facing this way. Thumbs are in. And we got this ring. This isn't going to be the world's tightest drawing, but I think it's, for like action scenes, it's not a big deal to draw, have them kind of sketchy. Action is sketchy and or blurry. I think that's how I watched some of this stuff in the 90s, so my parents were watching it that way. I think other than that, other than the legally dubious fan subs, it was just Toonami after that. And then I wasn't like a full weeb until I was in high school, and then I was like cat ear hat, like vampire anime, weird. And then I never changed. I see some kind of I see some leg maybe, but it also just looks like I had drawn her the other way and then flipped her and then not really been sure. My my shorthand is really failing me right now, but oh, I definitely remember Magical Knight Rayearth. That was cool. That's like the kind of stuff I want to get out of Anime Club. I'm getting sucked in to drawing the costume details. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just keep moving. I know they're cool. I know they're very well designed, but keep moving. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't remember it. I need to watch it again. But I gotta finish watching Utna again. That's just required reading. I'm actually gonna. I like that she's long. Maybe it makes sense for an elementalist to just be like, YOLO, portal, gotta save Giuseppe. Alright, my plan is to go until 9:30. So wherever I'm at 9:30 is where we will stop for the night. Basically, what I'm trying to do is just make something legible so that you understand what is happening. She's got like a cloak too. I don't really know what to do with that other than to like put just something flowy in the background. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm gonna draw this pizza. Oh yeah, I use free transform all the time. I think being, like, working in production really makes you not as much of a perfectionist It's something I see a lot, like when we first hire people, and they like really want to make sure that everything is perfect, and like sometimes that gets in the way of having something that is complete enough that people understand. So you kind of learn to just accept, like, nah, it's good enough, let's go. Man, Battletoads takes me back to my GameStop employee days. I wonder how many people who work in board games are ex-GameStop employees. Dang, I've never even played it. I've just had a lot of people ask me if we had it. And that was before they actually made it. Remade it. I'm deciding where this ball goes. It goes here. We're doing Unity with Variety. For the rulers, I use Lazy Nizumi. So that I can draw perfect circles and have a ruler that, like, you know, all kinds of rulers, all kinds of stuff. Perspective ruler, whatever I need. Mostly I use the perspective rulers for like product design drawings, though. If I'm doing like an illustration drawing, I'll just use a grid. Battletoads was a hard time. And it was always like shitty because you'd answer the phone, you'd be like, "Thank you for calling GameStop. This is Tatiana. Or thank you for calling GameStop, where you can get $10 off Grand Theft Auto 75. How can I help you?" And then they're like, "Battletoads," and you're like, "God damn." Okay, I think I drew the golem, but is the golem eating pizza? The golem has a pizza on him. That's what I want to do. I'm not gonna zoom in. No zooming in allowed. Let's just go stay out. Stay out, stay sketchy. That's what keeps me coming back now. Although I mostly just play CRPGs, so I don't know. I think if you only play one genre, does it eventually start becoming less punishing? I just want to play video games that are like board games and board games that are like video games. Gollum is not impressed with the pizza. Yeah, that's true. I say thinking thinking that sometimes they're a little bit unfair. Or just like you like to get into an encounter and you're like, what is even... I do like games where it feels like they're just trolling me, like the level in Divinity where you like, or the encounter where you're like on an oil field and then like you beat the baddies and then there's like oil elementals and you kill them and you've exhausted all your points and then like fire ones show up and then it's just like wave after wave and you're like, wow, you were just actually messing with me right now. But I'm a shameless Lyrian apologist, so I think that's hilarious. I like this shape. Man, I don't want to play any game where I can't put a barrel in my pocket. Trash. Is it even realistic if you can't put a barrel in your pocket? I have played Baldur's Gate 3 for 82 hours. And I will play it more when patch 5 comes out. Maybe. Yeah, I actually have like no free time right now, but I find a way for that game. J. Crew has a lot of hours in Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know if she's still around, but sometimes I creep on people's Steam stuff when they add me, and I'm like, dang. Do I even play video games? But we do play all of the same games. You have a lot of hours. Yeah, I watched their LARPG today, and I was having a great time. It really made my day. I love them so much. That is a lot. I probably have 600 hours in Stardew Valley. I've been playing Pathfinder Kingmaker, which I did not like at all when I first played it. Like, I played it for 7 hours, and I was like, this sucks. And then I played it again, and I played it for like 30, and I was like, wow, I really like this game. So, I don't know. Sometimes it just takes me a while for it to click. Also, I'm not really very familiar with the Pathfinder setting, so it took me a while to kind of get in. Yeah, it's really funny. I like all the changes they made, too. Like the camping. That's when I play Pathfinder, I'm like, yeah, I really like I sort of like the camping system. I definitely like the resource management part of it. That's crazy. I have friends with like a crazy amount of WoW hours, but I don't think that's abnormal. I think even I have like 2 months in World of Warcraft, and I've barely played. Yeah, that's like World of Warcraft was like a different animal. I think Dota, like MOBA games like that are kind of different too. I like this like sassy floating golem that I've got going on. Just like, take me to hell. Yeah, I think lately, I guess because I haven't been able to play as many board games in the last year, like really playing those board game based games has really hit the spot. The friend simulation. Also, it lets you like experiment with the system so much in a way that you can't really as much in tabletop. So then when you come back to the tabletop, you've got all these like new cheesy things you can do that you didn't know about. Or even just playing the intro in Baldur's Gate 3, like, it gives me so much like Forgotten Realms lore that the next time I made my character, I'm like, oh yeah, they're from the East, they're from Thay. Then I went and read all of the like all about the Zolkirs and the necromancy, and like I was like 100% in a way that I wouldn't have been if I hadn't like played the video game so much. Even though it's like a footnote in a book in the video game. I'm definitely hungry to play some real board games with some real humans. feel bad because I work at a publisher, and like, you know, when we actually have like people are like, oh yeah, can you play test this, and then when I'm at work, I'm actually too busy. Oh man, I don't even know what my most played game is. RimWorld, maybe? I love RimWorld. It's great. It's very difficult. That's a punishing kind of experience, but I like the storytelling in the simulation. A pizza had landed on him before. This arm probably isn't floaty enough. There we go. That's more floaty. That's more floaty. Let me see. What else can I fit in here? I'm not gonna tighten up these drawings that much. I'm sorry. It's because I'm trying to fit so much stuff in here. I want a Lludwick. Not one that I Photoshop my face onto. This is the image I used to Photoshop my face onto. No. We should definitely play Lords of Waterdeep at PAX U, because I want to play that so bad. I love Forgotten Realms. I'm like, I'm messed up. I don't see any problem. You know, the cross training, it's fun. I feel like with the games I really like and play often, like even them, I only play like once every 6 months or something. So being able to like play an app or something really makes it more accessible to learn the rules and really like grasp the depth that the designers are going for. Because really only after like 3 or 4 times of playing a game. Yeah. And it's some of it's working. I was really bummed about Dark Alliance. Because I was gonna pick that up. Even if it was like, it didn't even need to be that good, because it just had to be Forgotten Realms. It's like a lot of the Crystal Shard stuff, like the first Driz books, and I would have bought it. I would have. Because I am a chump. But no. You give me nothing. It could be good later. This is very silly, but it's also great. We've got pizzas flying, cheese flying, the portal. Yeah, that's true. I probably would do that. Maybe, I don't, and it could be one of those things where, like, everyone hated it. It was already, like, it's already not a genre of game that I normally play. So really, seeing it get creamed in the reviews scared me too much to buy it. I'll probably buy it if it gets, like, 6 months of patches. Then I might hop in, because that happens. That happens pretty often now. Sometimes everyone hates a game and I don't, like, I didn't hate Cyberpunk that much when everyone hated it. Like, I didn't have a bad time playing it. I guess I didn't play it for very long, so maybe I didn't have I don't know. Mouth needs to be way bigger. See all of my cheating ways. Yeah, I had no performance issues. Granted, I have a super overpowered computer, but at the time I didn't. Yeah, I was able to play it like in full, like highest settings, 1080p on my 1070. No issues, no performance issues. No, I barely had any bugs. Maybe like one clipping issue in the beginning of the game. So that one I feel like that's kind of unfair because everyone was like expecting Grand Theft Auto, and I don't think they promised that. So dang. Maybe I didn't play it for long enough to experience the pain. Yeah, people are like that. But Dark Alliance looks rough. It's not, I don't know. Like, even if a mainstream reviewer is giving a game a really low score, like that, normally they don't, like, the lowest score I see games get is like an 8, like a 7. So to see like a 4 or a 3 on a 10 scale. Ah, I see. See, that's the difference. Because I think everyone else would have played it on PC. For games like that, I'm PC only. Really. Sometimes I play The Witcher on the Switch. And it actually looks pretty good. What else? I bought another port that I thought looked really good. No, it wasn't a port. It's Monster Hunter. And Monster Hunter looks insanely good on the Switch. And I'm like, how even did you do this? Didn't get to play very much, but... That's a good question. That's a good question for everyone. I don't actually know. Bad game that I love to play. I don't think I love any bad games. I'm gonna clean up some stuff. There's gotta be one. There's bad shows and movies that I like. But games... No. I did play some League. I wasn't good at it. I don't know if I liked it. I think I did. You're playing with friends, you know. So. I'd have to look at my Steam library. Dead Rising 4, I've never even... I didn't know it was a bad game. What makes it bad? I like games with like really bad graphics, like RimWorld, but RimWorld is an excellent game. No, not at all. Sometimes I struggle even with good video games. There's a Switch game where you're like a demon hotel owner. Or like a demon landlord, and you rent to little demons, and it's like $4. I like that game. That's a guilty pleasure for sure. I forgot the name of it. I didn't love Cyberpunk. I just didn't hate it. You know what? I didn't hate Dragon Age 2. Does that count? I think that counts. Everyone hated Dragon Age 2. I hated maybe playing the same level over and over again, but I didn't hate the game. Yeah, and I like that they were doing kind of like an experimental story situation. So I liked that. Like having it just be about the city. Yeah. I think in retrospect, I don't know if it holds up, but I enjoyed it. But I think I just like RPGs. Yeah, maybe. And I'm a sucker for those like BioWare. Oh, wait. I also liked Mass Effect Andromeda. I didn't love it, but I thought it was okay. It's coming back to me. I do like a lot of things that are considered bad, but they just have to be RPGs. And I don't even romance any characters in Mass Effect, so it's not even that. Like, they're aliens, so just my boys, my crew. I think I would have a lot less patience for it now, because I think other games, like other role-playing games, you have such a different, like, questing structure now. Like, you're not doing fetch quests. Yeah, that's true. I also liked Mass Effect 3. And I didn't even notice that the ending was bad. I just saw other people complain about it. Pokemon Go, that's a good one. Do people think Pokemon Go is bad? Maybe I got a little carried away with this drawing, and now I can't. I don't have time to follow through and make it beautiful. But I'm just gonna continue drawing silly shit until 9:30. It makes you go outside. You can catch Pokemon. I wish I liked some of the newer Pokemon games more. It took me like 20 years to not like a Pokemon game, but it's finally happening. I think for me it's not about the destination but the journey. And there's some character arcs in Mass Effect 3 that are just so incredibly satisfying after playing the other games that I just couldn't consider the whole thing bad. When you have stuff like Morden's character arc, like, I don't know. To me that's like one of the best things I've ever seen in a game. Or ever experienced in a game. And I straight up cried like a baby. I won't say anything in case someone's playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I'm getting misty right now just thinking about it. I think he's my favorite character in that franchise. Maybe I'm just more open-minded now, too. But I didn't hate it at the time. I remember thinking, like, oh, I don't know. It wasn't that bad. There was a lot of good stuff in it. I was excited. I think I don't know if I worked at the GameStop at the time. I think I did. I think I left GameStop and came back. That was like what got me into it. The Mass Effect 2 came out like pretty close to when I started. I'm trying to think of what games I play that aren't RPGs, but I really just play RPGs. Like, that's what I like the most. You know, just to make the lines darker. That didn't make it feel more done, but it did make it more visible. The only way I could go in and make this feel done is if I go set this to low transparency and draw it one more time. That's not happening. That's not happening. Oh, God. Final Fantasy XIV, I didn't play, but that did come out when I worked at GameStop, and I remember, like, the fallout of it, and it being really confusing. RPG Beater is not a bad nickname. I did watch the Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive movie, and I liked it. And then I went and played Final Fantasy 15 for like 10 hours. And I don't know if I like that, but I liked the movie more. I don't want to pretend like I'm some kind of person with good taste, because I'm not. See, that's what everyone tells me, and I just I can't accept, like, you gotta play this whole game to get to the good game. I'm willing to play the later stuff. And then go back and play the old stuff once I'm, like, invested in the world. I don't think that's an option. But yeah, Final Fantasy 15, I don't know. I know I gotta do it. All of my best gaming friends have told me that I need to do it. And that I would like it. And they're probably not wrong. Final Fantasy is so hit and miss for me, though. Like, sometimes I'm absolutely in love with it, and sometimes I think it's, like, the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And, like, it's very... I think as a JRPG fan, it's, like, very hard to reconcile those two things, where I'm like, wow, this is such an incredible moment. And I'm like, wow, that's the worst, like, cringiest thing I've ever read with my eyes. Which I can't even remember the last one I beat. That makes a lot of sense. The closest thing I play to a JRPG now and love still is Fire Emblem. I played basically every Fire Emblem game to completion, but... and Dragon Quest. Fire Emblem is so good. Spirits Within, I liked Spirits Within. Again, not good taste. I don't know if I liked Advent Children, though. I don't remember. Yeah, I've never played Xenoblade. I will probably play it. I will probably buy it. I think I was considering it. There's like a recent Xenoblade release for the Switch. I put some sick hours into Three Houses, and then I started another playthrough, but I went off after that. Three Houses is really easy though. Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite games, just like as an artist. Like, one of my big art inspiration is Akihiko Yoshida? Yeah. Love that artist. Okay, we've got a lot of pizzas. We've got a lot of balls. It's 9:30. I go back. I'm gonna save my ridiculous doodle. Oh yeah, I'm super excited for... Yeah, that's one of the reasons I was super excited to work on Adventure Tactics, for sure. I too love it. I also love Advance Wars, so I have like that Andy fan art thing. I think I'm gonna 3D print him at some point, and maybe sell a couple of them if I'm feeling like I don't have a lot of freelance hanging over my head right now. Okay, let's see. I'm saving. That's something I'm doing. Boop, 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 boop. This is the folder in which I save. I never know when I have to pick these back up, so I always save them. Sketch. They are kind of hard to pick back up because I normally have like a very detailed process for planning drawings that gets kind of circumvented in a live stream. But that's okay. What other business? What other business? So this is on Kickstarter. It's the last day. Check it out. That's all I'll say. It's very... The vibe is very correct. I love Advance Wars so much. I wish I had like a PSP that I had hacked and put a ton of Game Boy games on, and I played them for a very long time before it finally aged out. Other business. I have one other business. Exactly one other business. And that's that I have a Discord. And you should join that Discord. Because that's where I put all the stuff. And I'm noticing that I tend to, like, you know, it's easier for me to get back to people because it's all in one spot. And I like seeing everything that everyone's working on and talking about video games, and maybe avoid the shit posting section because it's terrible, but consider the other sections as they are kind of fun. And with that, I will leave you. Yeah, you guys have a good night, and I will be back. I don't know when. Right now I'm really busy and I have a lot of plates spinning. But hopefully by like the end of July, middle of August, I'll be back on a consistent streaming schedule again. So the Discord is where I put all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, have a good night. I'll see you guys later.